Currently, there are submarines in 39 countries, but not all of them are active. China, US, Russia, India, North Korea, and 6 other countries are always active. To join as a submarine crew and officers, there are very difficult entry tests. Generally, if a soldier is physically active, the submarine crew should also be mentally active, because once a submarine goes into the sea, it takes weeks and months to come back to land. It depends on the submarines of that country. That means they have to spend this much time in the submarine. Even if the submarine comes near the land, it has to go back to the sea by taking the fuel and food from the other sources. U.S. submarine crew often have records of spending more than 300 days in the sea. We cannot imagine how life will be in the submarine. In daily life, there are no such technologies or phones. That is, the days they spend in the submarine, without having a phone, without talking to their family, they spend time without knowing anything about the outside world. Sometimes they don't even know where they are in the sea. Submarine carries a lot of missiles. Even a small mistake turns into danger for the crew in it along with the submarine. Therefore, those who are psychologically stable are responsible for it. Submarines run on diesel or nuclear fission. Submarines running on diesel have to come back to the land for refueling after fueling. And diesel submarines, the electricity required in the emergency, is already stored in the battery. But submarines running on nuclear fission, if they burn nuclear fuel once, they will work without fuel for the rest of their lives. In the same way, nuclear-powered submarines can go into the sea with fuel for more than 20 years at a time. Currently, the submarines that operate with nuclear power are only near 6 countries. They are USA, Russia, China, France, UK, and India. In India, the Argentine-class submarines operate with this nuclear power. Submarine is a closed vehicle. Therefore, the water and air inside it are always recycled and regenerated. But they have only one food limit. If the food is lost, it has to come to the land. Therefore, they take the food that has been in the submarines for a long time. Submarines don't have heavy space. Even if they are high officers, they have to share the room with 2 or 3 people. If there are more crew members in the submarine, the same room should be shared in 3 groups at 3 different timings. Usually they have 6 hours to sleep, 6 hours to study, to exercise and other activities, and another 6 to 12 hours to be on duty. If they have more crew members, the temperature inside will also be a little high, because the atmosphere inside is closed, and sometimes they don't even know where they are, at what time they are sleeping, and at what time they are getting up. But because the submarine is in a closed atmosphere, the smell of diesel, cigarette, body, paint, and other equipment will circulate in it. One advantage for them is that they don't get any diseases from outside. But since they don't see the sun, there are some types of effects in the body. If someone is sick inside, they have medicine supplies. But if the illness is very severe, they immediately inform the authorities and send the patient by ship or helicopter. But this process is done not only in border areas, but also in places near the homeland. Submarine deck officers can see the outside world with the help of a periscope. This periscope instrument is about 10 to 20 meters high and is on top of the submarine. This diverts a light from the outside world through a 45-degree mirror and makes the officers inside see it. Through this, you can see what is happening in the upper sea, what are the outside conditions, what is nearby, etc. There are 1 or 2 showers to bathe in the submarine. Everyone should be fresh within 5 minutes. Also, there are only 1 to 3 toilets in the submarine. Even though there are 100 crew members, these are the only ones. Also, while flushing after using the toilet, the valves must be flushed properly. Submarine pipes are always controlled by valves with high pressure. If they flush without proper operation, the toilet will come back to the washroom. The crew members have a small gym to exercise, but they also have other equipment. They have to adjust and do the gym. And to entertain them a little in recent times, some countries have also arranged a TV in their submarines. But only the data in the pen drive can be played. So games like cards and chess are common in everything. the kitchen has a little more space. For those in it, they store more stock food for a few weeks and months. During the first weeks, they take fresh food, and in the next weeks, they have to take stock food only. In submarine, they don't talk loudly, shout, make more volume of songs, and do such noise cleaning, because every time, some shift people are sleeping. To clean the clothes of the submarine crew and officers, there is a washing machine inside. But even if there is no internet inside, only radio signals are heard in low water depth. If you know a little about the outside news, they can only send very limited information to the high authority. But many people have a doubt. The atmosphere in the submarine is closed, so how does the oxygen in the submarine flow? For this, they use the process called electrolysis. Generally, there are 2 hydrogen and 1 oxygen molecules in the water. With the help of electricity, they separate the oxygen and hydrogen molecules in the water through an electrolysis machine and turn oxygen and hydrogen into gas separately. If there is a war, or if there is a situation where you have to attack somewhere, there will be torpedoes, missiles, and nuclear weapons in the submarine. Torpedoes can travel from 30 to 50 kilometers in the water and attack other submarines and ships with the exact target. Now, missiles and nuclear weapons, other ships and aircrafts, and the land area that is many kilometers away can also be destroyed by these missiles. But the submarine does not have any windows or glasses. Those who are inside cannot see directly what is in front of them in the sea. Here, the submarine's front and left-right sides and the sensors and instruments in the top know about the environment around the submarine. These instruments receive small sounds and echoes in the sea, some metallic object movement in the sea, and arrange a 2D or 3D map in the computers inside. And live satellite image view is also available in some submarines. The officers and crew inside must constantly monitor the enemy ships and submarines. So that the enemy submarines and ships do not enter our area, submarines are used to track them continuously and to surprise them. If the crew are not alert, they will attack them first. Once an attack on a submarine, it is difficult to save lives. The information of the enemy is gathered by submarines around the country in the sea. In a place where there is no place to stand or walk, even if there is no entertainment or enjoyment, submarine crew and officers will be there to protect the country for a few months in the sea. Okay, friends, if you like this video, like and share it. To not miss any more interesting and useful videos like this, subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching.